has been. Then we have decided, also because the connectivity was not as we would have expected before, that we first show you and to play with it on a limited amount of devices, rather than that further people are using a laptop at the same time accessing the same website. Yesterday we also got a question by one of the participants, because the participant was interested to know all the social profiles of the people who were attending here. And I think Michel is later on. Do you already have the computer?
It's over there.
It's there. Here on the white table, there stands a computer, and there's a Word document on. And we would like to go to the computer and type in the social profiles that you have created yesterday, because everybody created a Twitter account, LinkedIn account, Facebook account, and Delicious, and perhaps you have other ones. And you can include that in the Word document that's open there on that computer. So I would like to invite you to do that, not now, but later on when we start to experiment in small groups, and when it becomes an informal, organic process. I want to start off with the website that we are maintaining here for the Bangladesh conference, because we started yesterday with a small group that was going to focus on microblogging, a small group that was going to focus on blogging, and another group focusing on video podcasting. And you can see here on this website that automatically the tweets or the messages that are being posted on Twitter are also with the highlight hashtag BD11 are automatically being displayed on the website on the left column. So it means that you can easily track down the conversations that are happening among the participants. So you don't need to go to the Twitter website. It's included in our own website for the conference. These widgets, it's called, or small tools included in the website, they can also be included in other websites. So for example, I saw somebody who had a WordPress weblog, so you can include this column also in a WordPress weblog, but also in a Blogger weblog. So today I would like to encourage the people who were taking care of microblogging yesterday to continue this process, to continue communicating with people through this way, and use always the BD11 hashtag. In the middle you can see weblogs entries of the people who were there in the red group yesterday. And one of the entries is called link to your pictures, and that was something that went wrong yesterday, that the websites were not corresponding the pictures of yourself, which was maybe for some people a frightening situation. But now if you click on this hyperlink, you will go automatically to the website where you can visually see the picture, so you can immediately download it on your own system. So that was what we did yesterday. And yesterday was more about how do you profile yourself on social networks. And some of you can use these pictures if you would like to. Some of you already have considered how they needed to profile themselves. So these are the pictures. You can open them. So the pictures you can find through the weblog on our conference website. But now I want to take you to the next step. and that's Twitter. Today we want to focus on how do you find experts on Twitter, and you can do it in different ways. You can find experts by following threads, messages on Twitter, but you can also find experts on Twitter when you already are familiar with that expert, when you're reading articles, when you're reading reports, or when you're visiting a website quite often of a particular person or an organization. I first will log in, which you will also need to do when you are on your Twitter yourself. Remember me, that's quite a good function, because then you don't need to do this process all the time. And of course, I would like to encourage you to ask questions or place a comment while I'm doing these things. And when you see something on the screen and you think, hey, what's that? Because I can also just miss some stuff that I don't see. You can see it here on the big screen. So interrupt me, please. I will explain you a little bit later what this pop-up message is, because sometimes you see on the right top screen a message bar, and that's also part of the Twitter dialogue. But here I'm trying to log into my Twitter account. It is taking a little bit of time, but you can already see on the top bar some options that are quite relevant when you are using Twitter. It's a search bar. Here you can search on any item, every keyword you want, but also on person, the name of persons. By clicking on profile, you go to your own profile. How do people see your own profile? Messages, which messages have been sent to you directly, private, one-to-one, and openly, where they used your name. And who to follow are suggestions. So the more people you are following in Twitter, Twitter is giving you recommendations of, okay, you are following, for example, A, B, C, and D, and maybe person K is also interested for you because it has the same profile. So that means the recommendation part is quite closely linked to what kind of information you have already included in your profile, what kind of messages you are publishing with Twitter. Next to it, I'll click this on that. Oh. Next to it, you have that you can write a new tweet. So that means if you want to write a message, click on it, and you can write something. And here you see my profile with my picture. And if I go to messages that has been posted about the Bangladesh conference, then you see that there's somebody here. You see Michel, who is recognizable with his picture, but you also see that somebody here, Rahat Bari, is here in the room. Yeah. That you don't have a picture of yourself. So, and the more messages that are being published on Twitter, because it's quite easy to follow people. So, for example, if you have 200 people and they are every minute of the day they are uploading some information, you get an information overload. And by scrolling down, it's easy for me to see, okay, the messages that are being published by Anja, I think it's quite interesting what she's writing. So it's easier to filter the messages that she is publishing rather than that you see the unknown pictures like these of people who didn't update their profile. So it's a way to filter out people out of the network who might be interested. So that's the reason why we started yesterday by encouraging people to use the picture, to look professionally to their own profile. And as you can see on the right side, I'll try to click on it. It's still loading. My name, Richard Dolleman, that's my account name for Twitter. If you click on that, then you have the option to edit your profile. So then you can add the picture, but you can also add where you're from. You can add what your bio is, what are your hobbies, for example. And these elements are interested to the who to follow part, for example. But let's go to the search box, because we want to find experts. And I would like to use a field of interest of one of the people here. And can somebody say, or mHealth, for example. I heard yesterday, mobile health. That was something that could be by one of the participants. So here you see the latest. If you search on that item, you see the latest messages that has been published on Twitter about mHealth, and you can see